When I died, to my great surprise I saw that no one could see me, and no one could hear me. Though I could see everybody, no one could hear me, and I was invisible to the living. I saw that I was moving through walls and through physical matter. I was talking to people and telling them, "Look at me, things are happening to me. Please help me," but no one could hear me. In the meantime my body was left at home, and it was my spirit that was wandering the street. I was crying and seeking help, but no one in the street could hear me. I saw an 8-year-old kid that was crying and saying, "Father and Mother, why did you bury my body? I am alive, where will I go?" The child told me, "I died of sickness, and they buried my body. I don't know where to go." When I heard him saying that she was dead, I felt uncomfortable and told her, "I am not dead like you, I am seeking help to return to my body. Please, you can go." And the child went away. And when I joined the street I began to see the spirit of the dead wandering the street. They cried and complained why people buried their body, for they don't have a place to go. It began to sink in my mind that I was no longer in the world of the living but the world of the dead. I was worried and troubled. I said in myself, in whole my existence I don't know this phenomenon happening to me. I never encounter or hear about what is happening to me. Brother, there are things that exist that the physical world of men ignore. The world is not limited to the physical realities. There are unexplained phenomena happening around us. The day that the Lord open your eyes and understanding, you will turn your back to this world. While I kept seeing the dead walking and crying in the street, I was wondering, what is this world where I have arrived? In this world I had all my senses that had become sharpened, for whenever I thought about a place I was there instantly, and whenever I thought about my body that was left at home, I could see it even if I was far. When I reached a bypass of the city, I saw a popular gospel singer. He was crying and saying, "Why did you people bury my body? I have now become a wandering spirit and I have no place to go." I was stunned to see this singer, and I began to call him in order to talk to him about what I was experiencing, but he was running in great speed. He was saying, "Oh God, what is my fate? I had everything in the world. I had money in the world and I had the possibility to travel everywhere. Woe to me because I have played with God. Woe to me, what will my end be? How will I end? Where will I go since they had buried my body?" I had so much consideration for this singer that when I saw him crying and complaining that he had no place to go, I felt I was in trouble. If a great man like him was in such confusion and hopelessness, I knew that I was in trouble. Since I was confused and I was looking for help, I kept following him. Maybe he would advise me what to do to return in my body. When I had reached him I told him, "Man of God, please help me, I want to return in my body." He looked at me in the eyes and exclaimed, "Oh woe to me, I have played with God, I had everything in life and I had travel opportunity, but today I am in this situation where I am dead, and they have buried my body. I don't know where to go." He was so much hopeless and in confusion that he continued his journey running all over the city. I said, "Oh God, even him, such a man that shook the country with his song, really I am doomed and finished. Therefore, forsake the world, and save your souls, for what is a man profited, if he shall gain the whole world, and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Matthew 16 verse 29. Brother, your soul is more precious, it is more important. People are fighting for marriage, for wealth and possession, but vanity upon vanity and pursuit of the wind. I was moving in the city when I saw the first church. I said in my heart, I must get in this church so that they can pray for me. When I got in this church, I saw people sitting on the ground. They had chained on their hand. I saw that these people were guarded by soldiers that were 4 meters long. These soldiers were holding javelin and they were cold-blooded. In truth they were demon. They were keeping these souls. I tried to talk to these souls that were in bondage. I saw that they were crying. Quickly I heard the voice of the Lord telling me, "Aston, not all churches are good. Not all churches are churches of God. There are people that are bound in chains because of churches that they attend. Many people have their souls captured because of churches they attend. That is why many people are not seeing the hand of God. Because they are bound where they go to pray, they will always wonder and they will cry. If you stay in this church you will be captured like these souls that you see in bondage." Then the Lord took me to hell. The place was really dark and the sand was red. It was a huge place. I could not understand this place because it does not exist on the earth. Souls that fell in this place were saying, what is this world? This place is not earth and it does not exist. Jesus said, the sand is red in this place because of the fire burning underneath. Then I saw a huge crowds in a long queue. I saw these people were silent. These people died in the four corners of the earth. They were of all races and all countries, and they were supposed to watch a review of their lives and their action, so that they would be sent to various chambers of hell. I saw people who had faces of dog and body of human. These were demons that were guarding these queue. I was watching this queue when I noticed the gospel singer who was wandering the earth. He was in the queue, where people were watching review of their lives. When his turn arrived, he stood before the throne of the angel of death Michael. I saw Brother Charles complaining and saying, no, I should not be here. He said, I am a servant of God. I have served the Lord all these years. I should not be here. Brother Charles was really putting up a protest. I saw that God children who were in this queue before the angel of death Michael behave like they should not be here. They were boasting and saying, we are God children, we should never be here. These believers could not accept that they fell in hell. They spent years of their lives going to church and serving the Lord. However, I saw that flying demons that were moving in this place were mocking and laughing at them. I saw our singer Brother Charles saying to the angel of death Michael, I would not accept this. I have served the Lord and I sang for him for many years. It is impossible, I cannot be here. I must leave this place. The demon that were laughing at him replied and said to him, if you had really served God, you would not fall in this place. The people that are falling here are people that have failed to obey God. They followed the distraction of our Master, by refusing the way of their Creator and God. These are the people who come here. As Brother Charles kept protesting, his life was projected on the screen. I watched the life review of Brother Charles, and I saw secret and evil deeds he committed that brought him to hell. I cannot say openly the sin that brought him to hell. However, since the journalist is insisting, I would talk about these evil deeds that led Brother Charles to hell. Beloved, the Bible say you shall not worship other God but the Lord. Brother Charles was the leading Christian singer in our country, yet, when I was watching the movie of his life, I saw a scene of the beginning of his career. When he was about to start his musical career, he went to consult a mystic, in order to be famous and to excel in the industry. It was a shock to see a gospel artist resorting to occultism to become famous. Brother Charles was successful in his career and people like him a lot. No one in the evangelical population could ever imagine that he had resorted to occultism to have success. Brother, this is terrible. We have here a case of a servant of God that has resorted to mysticism to have success. Yet the Lord is more than willing to give his servant the anointing to excel and to make impact. Everything you are looking in this life, the Lord can give it to you. The Bible say elevation come from the Lord. What is grave and dangerous is that all the success that Brother Charles had in the world came from the enemy, yet God children have his disc. God children still hear his song, for he was really intense. By listening to his song they are inviting demon. Since Brother Charles was popular, many sisters sought his help in their career. Actually, I watched on the screen scenes of Brother Charles sleeping with singer and married woman who wanted to break through. Brother Charles used his popularity to profit from sisters. He was secretly living a lifestyle of adultery. Many female singers of Congo slept with Brother Charles as they were seeking elevation. As the life of Brother Charles was being projected on the screen, I saw a scene where he had sexual intercourse with one of his relatives. This was incest, which is a sin before the Lord. In his life review I saw that Brother Charles, who was popular in the country, was going out with married women, who are already married. He used his popularity. Brother, if you have sex with a member of your family, you are committing incest. You must understand that you will not escape God's judgment. Brother Charles watched the movie of his life, how he slept with his relative and how he was sleeping with married women and how he resorted to occultism to have success in his career. When he had finished watching the movie of his life, he was in tears. He could no longer protest and complain, for the testament of existence had recorded everything he ever did, and everything was projected on the screen. I saw that Brother Charles was still in denial. He was overwhelmed and he could not accept that this was happening. As a result, the angel of death Michael ordered demon to open something that looked like a container, and I saw wild black lizard coming out in great number. These lizards were ordered by the angel of death to bite him. I saw countless lizards rushing to him and they began to bite him and they cover him. He was crying and repenting, but it was too late. Afterward he was cast in the abyss. When he was cast in hell, the Lord said, "Let follow him so that we can see." When the gate of hell opened, I noticed that this was an ancient gate, and when we entered this ancient gate I saw that we were descending. In fact, hell has many levels. As we were descending, I saw that we were landing in a huge and massive volcano and lava, where souls of men were falling. This extended sea of lava and volcano was the reception of hell, where souls were supposed to land and be taken to each of their respective chambers.